G'day guys, how's it going? It's Josh Lloyd here, pre-game show for the action on whatever day this is, Tuesday. Only 3 games on because one of them's been postponed. We've got the Nets sitting precariously with only 8 active players. Kevin Durant is playing, but there's a bunch of other blokes who aren't, including James Harden, Joe Harris, LaMarcus Aldridge, Bruce Brown, James Johnson, DeAndre Bembry, Paul Millsap, Javon Carter, and of course, Kyrie Irving. So a bunch of guys out. We're going to do Yahoo best bets. I had 3 of the best bets, including James Harden and Bruce Brown. So they're wiped out. So we've only got 2 in that article, but it is linked in the chat and at the top of the description. I'm going to take in this one, the Knicks are 4.5-point underdogs. I think that they can cover against the Warriors just because there's all that issue. The Warriors are tired. It's a back-to-back. They had the travel delays as well. I just think it's going to be hard for them to not even win, but just to get the cover there will be could be tough. So that is what I'm taking in the Yahoo best bets for that article. As you can see, everyone, not Yobi, Obi is here sitting on my lap. He's ready to go. He's excited about the show. He'll probably piss off later on, but he's sitting here at the moment with us on the show. I'm just checking to see what other news we've got. The Warriors starting lineup confirmed. Absolutely no surprise with that. The big one we need to wait for is the Nets lineup. We do have the others confirmed. I'm going to throw that up on the screen for you guys now so you can see that. Hello everyone. How is everyone going over here? We're all having a good day so far. Obviously some shit news with COVID stuff going on across the NBA with players out. It's really, really frustrating. I don't know what the answer is. It's not a bubble. A bubble is not going to happen. The league's not going to be postponed. The league is not going to be shut down. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't see how that's going to happen. But obviously some real rough stuff is going on at the moment. And here is the Nets starters. The Nets are starting Patty Mills, David Duke Jr., Durant, Griffin, and Claxton. Holy shit. David Duke is starting. Wow. Okay. All right, that means Cam Thomas is coming off the bench. I still think Thomas is going to get pretty significant minutes, but we do have Duke starting, so some wild stuff in those lineups. Blake Griffin starting at the 4, which is going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, that's crazy. Nick Claxton starting at the 5. Where's Obi trying to go? What the dog doing? All right, Obi, I'll see you later. Are you off? What are you doing? You're just going to stick your ass up into my face. Figure out what you're doing. This bloke, mate. Seriously. I'm just making updates here on the Basketball Monster side as to who is in and who is out. Big Dave Duke is starting. All right, so that is... It's definitely a lineup, isn't it? It's definitely a lineup. How is Obi? He's alright. He's been sleeping here with me. Not sleeping with me in that sense. Sleeping on my lap. And now was going to try... Do you want to get off or what are you doing? Or are you sitting up here? He can't figure out what he's doing. Why don't you just sit here? Nothing exciting's happening. There you go. Alright, take your spot. We're going to do DFS for DraftKings, Yahoo, Fanduel, and, of course, Draft Stars. We're going to do all of that. But I'm probably going to have to adjust my lineups now that we've had some changes in players and guys starting and who's in and who's out and all that sort of stuff. Man, still can't get over these lineups the Nets are going to be rolling out there. Seriously, it's going to be wild. There are going to be some crazy lineups, I'm sure. There's also a huge risk of getting burnt on guys. Like, yeah, you got to go and use Nick Claxton, and then he plays 20 minutes and fouls out. Like, this is all risky. I know they've only got 8 blokes, but some wild stuff can be happening. All right. I'm just going to redo all of my lineups for DFS here because, again, so much has changed since I last did them. Of course, David Duke's not on ESPN. Of course he's not, because they're shocking. Yeah, Cam Thomas is still an ad. Is Usman Garuba getting the call to big leagues fantasy? I don't think so. Why would he be doing that? I think he will at some point, but not yet. No. All right. So, do some DraftKings. Really got to like Claxton. Basically, minimum salary player. David Duke, minimum salary player. Cam Thomas at 4,000. Derrick Rose, I like. I like Nasir Little. I love Kevin Durant, even though he is highly priced. He's going to get so much opportunity here. There's just so many cheap options today. This is what I'm going to go with on DraftKings. I like Kessler Edwards. I like Jay Crowder, Fournier, Nance, Jordan Poole as well, Gary Trent, Siakam, Simons, Wiggins, quickly, Boucher. But my lineup on DraftKings is Steph Curry, Cam Thomas, Derrick Rose, David Duke, Scotty Barnes, Kevin Durant, Nasir Little, and Nick Claxton. That's my DraftKings. Let's go ahead and do FanDuel. Clear that old lineup that we had, and let's put in a new one. All right. I do like Claxton. I do like Cam Thomas. I do like David Duke. I like that sounds terrible. I like David Duke Jr. Obviously not related to the other David Duke. We hope at some point, in some way. I like Siakam. I like Burks, Nurkic, Durant, Wiggins, Trent, Randall, Boucher, Kessler Edwards. I like Kessler Edwards as a player. I think he's going to be a really, really good player. Here's my FanDuel lineup. Curry, Simons, Cam Thomas, David Duke, Kevin Durant, Nasir Little, Pascal Siakam, the Double Royal, Julius Randle, and Nick Claxton. All right, so we can see the other lineups are confirmed there. The Raptors are going with Van Vliet, Trent, Barnes, Siakam, Boucher. The Knicks are going with Rose, Burks, Fournier, Randall, and Noel, with last game starter Quentin Grimes now in the COVID protocols, as well as the guy that he was replacing, Rowan Barrett Jr. So that's what we got. And the only other status we need to know is DeAndre Ayton. He's questionable. That's really the only one that is left for the Suns. Jalen Smith has been ruled out already. So probably a big JaVale McGee night. Is it just me? Maybe this is off the top of my head. It feels like the teams that are getting hit with COVID are all Eastern Conference teams. Charlotte, the Nets, the Bulls, the Pacers with their coaching. Is there anything going on in the West? I know that Horton Tucker has it for the Lakers, but is there anyone else in the West? I feel like it's all the East. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me know in the chat. Will the Nets have a few games postponed? Mr. Happy Gilmore says. Only if they lose more players. Model X says, it's just rumors. What do I think of Kyrie and a Luka pairing with Porzingis going to the Nets? I think that it's bullshit, honestly. Kyrie's a very good player. No matter where he goes, it's going to be good. I just think it's total bullshit. Right? Any of these rumors, I just don't believe it at all. All right, what else is going on? Let's do the rest of my DFS now as I try and build out some sort of Yahoo lineup. Let's see what we can get going here. Durant is a great option. I like Randall. I like Siakam a lot. Claxton looks great. Cam Thomas I like. Griffin, Little, Nance, Fournier, Simons, Quickly, Duke, Edwards, Campaign, Pat Mills. And my lineup on Yahoo, we're going to go with Burks, Van Vliet, Cam Thomas, Nasir Little, Julius Randle, Kevin Durant, Nick Claxton, and Pascal Siakam. I'm just going to tweet this out. What a shock that ESPN doesn't have David Duke in the player database. And I'll make sure I spell shock correctly. All right, so that's my Yahoo lineup. And let's go to Draft Stars now and figure out who we actually like over there. Claxton, Griffin, Thomas, Durant, Little, Simons, Duke, Edwards, Curry, Burks, Lillard, Barnesy, Scotty Barnes it is, Emmanuel Quickly, Siakam, Randall, Rose, Wiggins, all of those guys over there. Let's throw Steph in. All right, so I'm just building out this lineup for myself. I've got a lineup on Draft Stars as Curry, Thomas, Simons, Duke, Durant, Little, Griffin, Randall, and Claxton. All right, looking to see. All right. How is everyone? You guys all going all right? How's your lives going? Everything going well with your life, your kids, your parents, your partners, your siblings, your dogs? Did any of you guys do David Duke's sound drop? I've got one coming, Silas. I'm going to work on it for tonight's recap show. Don't worry. I got to find it, but I'll do it later on. I don't even know what I was saying then. Lost my track. Is the word bloke some way insulting? Luca Lohman. Yes, but no. It's all context dependent. Like if I say, I chatted to this bloke and he sorted it out for me. That's fine, right? That you say it that way. It's no worries. Yeah, got a couple. I'm just going to say a couple of blokes about this. Yeah, that's fine. If you say it like, how else could you say it? Yeah, top bloke, positive. But if you say it in like, oh, did you hear that John stole 10 grand from his work? All right? If you go, mate, this bloke, implying this bloke is a shit bloke. So it really depends how you use it. So there you go. It can be insulting, but yeah, it's a word that gets misused a lot. I wonder if anyone knows what clip I am going to use for David Duke. Casual Economist says I got COVID. Casual, mate, you're here all the time. I hope you're feeling okay, and I hope it hasn't hit you hard, and I hope you recover really, really quickly. How old is Obi? Not Toby, Model X. Obi. Obi, how old are you? He is 18 months. T-Bone to the max. Or to max. Is Şengün a decent stash now? Absolutely. Christian Wood is questionable tomorrow. You got to add Şengün and see what happens. Gurpreet Sidhu. 90% of the time, Aussies aren't trying to offend, just how we talk. Yeah, it is. Most of the time. And, I don't know, if we're trying to offend, you generally will know. Jeff's got COVID as well. Jeff, I hope you're feeling all right too. Hope anyone who's in this chat who has COVID, I hope you're going okay. And thankfully, I haven't contracted it yet, which is great for me, obviously. All right, this is a good time with so few games on for me to answer some questions that I get often. Where is it? Why is Şengün the delicate dancer? Was Gucci says. Because he looks like Andrew from Big Mouth. And that is a quote from Andrew from Big Mouth, talking about the Glauberman method for jerking off. That's what it is. He looks like Andrew from Big Mouth. So I just wanted a funny thingo. Clip. Who do you think gets fired first? Tibbs or Wes Unseld? Literally neither of them will get fired first. But if I had to say one of them gets fired first, it's probably Tibbs. Unseld's been there for 2 months, and Tibbs got him to the playoffs last year. There's no way. I got my booster. Yeah, my partner got a booster 2 days ago, and I'm hopefully getting mine this weekend. Josh, I have LaMarcus Aldridge. My IL spots are taken by Clay and CJ. Do I drop in to get Şengün? Honestly, I'd be more inclined to drop Clay than Aldridge. That's what I would do personally. What are the odds that the season gets postponed? 0.01%. Make any prize picks today? Can't. Prize picks are not available in Australia. I know they sponsor the show, but I can't actually legally make picks on there. Would I take Alec Burks or Tyus Jones in a 10-team league? I would take Burks. There's more long-term value. Scott, there must be something wrong with your camera. He says, how do I get my biceps so big? There must be definitely something wrong with your camera because my biceps are tiny. Uzi, how are you? Where's no peas today? I need to get the people pumping up my ego and tell me how hot I am, which is obviously a lie. All right. Any other news coming through? Nothing else at this stage. We're not going to get any more news on DeAndre Ayton, I reckon. So we're just here to chat. We're just here to talk. Just here to see what stuff's going down. And that's great, isn't it? Straight after this, there's a what to watch for tomorrow's show. So just be on the lookout for that. Straight after this. Josh, how tall are you? I am 6'3". How do I think the world is going to end? Virus, AI, asteroids, aliens, or World War III? The world is going to end. The world won't end. Humankind will end. So it's probably asteroids, really, realistically. As Otto Porter's out, is there more minutes for Toscano Anderson? Yes, but Andre Iguodala probably just slides into that role. Because Iguodala was out yesterday, Porter's out today, they'll just switch over most likely. No news, Guz on Ayton. He is questionable for tonight. T-Bone to the max. Is Harrison Barnes becoming Jack Armstrong? No. Look, he's struggling in the 3 games back from injury, but we're not dropping him. $4.20 Glaze. I'm just going to hope you're taking the piss by asking me whether Jarrett Allen's must roster. Like, yes. Why did I shave my beard? I just trimmed it down. It was annoying me. It's hot here, and it was getting too long, and rather than try and groom it and get it to a certain length, I just get the razors, clip it right down, let it grow back. I'm lazy as shit, man. That's why. I don't want to sit there and bloody, trim things in and get it to the right length, mate. It gets long, it all comes off, it grows back, it all comes off. That's it. Who do we stream tonight? Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton, Blake Griffin, they're your top 3, then Duke, and then Edwards. Yeah, Leon, my son's fine. He didn't end up catching COVID, which was great. He was exposed to it from his teacher at school, but he returned negative tests, and he's totally fine. And everyone in his class returned negative tests, which was great as well, because they are all vaccinated, I believe. Model X says, how do you look at recent trades that have happened, like in those videos? I will post, Model X, a link to that in the chat so that you can have a look to see where you can see those recent trades that have happened. You've got to go into a Yahoo league, and it might be hard for you to see it because you've got to use your own league, but this is where I'm going to put it in here. Actually, let's find that in the right spot. Yeah, no, you can find this without. All right. This is where, for those of you who are interested, this is where you can find those recent trades in fantasy. There you go. It's in the chat. Am I invested in Bitcoin? I am not invested in Bitcoin. I have no Bitcoin whatsoever. I would say Mitya, Miami. I would, and Jarrett Allen a sell high. Christian Wood is, I don't know, really a sell high. You're not going to get anything for him. Jarrett Allen, I honestly personally would just ride it out. There is a distinct possibility that he can keep up top 20 value. I think I would just ride that out personally. There is a band called Aesthetic Perfection. It's not quite. What was the one I had yesterday? Atypical Aesthetics, I think was the stance read. That's my new band name. Michael Nguyen. Do I still practice pharmacy? Absolutely not. No way. I haven't done it. I haven't been worked in a pharmacy since 2016. How did I transition? I've talked about this before, Michael. I didn't transition, but how did I transition doing this full-time instead of pharmacy? I've spoken about it multiple times. It's probably one for the off-season, more likely. But basically, it was just like, was doing this, working basically 2 full-time jobs, pharmacy job and doing this sort of full-time after work. It was too much. I was getting paid enough where I could make this my full-time job, and there was a lot more growth in being able to do this, and just took the plunge. I went, pharmacy, fuck off. Obi heard someone open the door. I think my partner must be home. All right, see you later, Obi. So he's going down to see what's going on there. And then I just said, yep, let's try this. Alan Sagan. What's a higher chance of happening? Kemba getting traded or Burks or quickly getting traded to let Kemba play? There's no way that Burks or quickly getting traded to let Kemba play. If they wanted to play Kemba, they would just play Kemba. But they don't want to play Kemba, so they're not. So by far, the most likely scenario is Kemba being traded. Do I watch Formula One? Nope, I do not. Not at all. Is Larry Markkinen a drop? He's trending that way, Brandon. I'm probably holding him, though, at this point. Justin Lang says, Josh, is it Nasir Little or Cam Thomas for the rest of the week? That's a good question. It's a 16-team league. It's probably both, personally. Both of those guys should be on a roster. I feel better about not having their schedules in front of me. I think, for the rest of this week, it probably is Thomas, personally. Yeah, it probably is. Chris Sun, is Derek White a sell high in a 10-team points league? It's always a sell high, right, if you can do it. It's like if someone wants to send you a top 30 player for Derek White, you do it. Otherwise, you ride it out. I don't think he'll maintain this consistently. I think he's good and can be top 50, not top 30, though. Do I think the NBA should go on a 2-week break to slow down these COVID cases? No, I don't. I think there's zero chance of that happening because what it will do, it won't just stop everything. It's not going to put them on a 2-week break and lock everyone in a hotel. And so you cannot leave your house for 2 weeks. People will still contract COVID. They'll still live their lives. They'll still go to parties. They'll still hang out. It doesn't solve the problem. They're not only getting COVID from playing games. That's not how it's happening. Yes, Kevin Knox Jericho is worth streaming in tonight. Tonight for a streamer, Nance or Claxton? I think tonight you probably got to stream in Claxton. Is LeBron a sell high? Like, sort of. Alonso again back saying, I've got a slight feeling they're letting Burks and IQ play to have better value for upcoming trades. Now, I'll say this often, and I'll say it again. Showcasing for trades is the biggest crock of shit in the world. It's something that people invent that they think is happening. It's fake. It's not real in the slightest. There is not one single GM out there that's going, well, we wanted to trade for Alec Burks, but I have to see him play starters minutes before I do it. Even though everyone's telling me that they're only playing him those minutes, not because he deserves it, so that they can fleece me in a trade. Well, I guess I'm the dickhead then. It is just fake. It's fake as shit. There's no such thing as showcasing for a trade. I'm telling you now, it is fake. It doesn't exist. People work themselves into a lather believing it's true, and it is not true. What's got you more interested, Spider-Man or Matrix 4? I couldn't be less interested in the Matrix, personally. Not interested. I haven't even seen 2 or 3. Not interested. Spider-Man, absolutely fired up, and I don't know, because we've got tickets for, I think, like the 28th of December. So it's a while away. I don't know how I'm going to avoid spoilers until then. Because my son's heading away. What's more fake, revenge games or showcasing for a trade? That's a good question, Bob Bobbington. They're both very, very fake. Or contract year. Is that more fake? I think showcasing for a trade is probably more fake, but they're both fake. What was a terrible take, B-Rad? Who's a better game tonight, Randall or Siakam? I'll take Siakam. Rowan Gill, do I wear shoes in the house? No, not at all. I don't wear socks. I barely wear shoes outside the house. What about Marvin Bagley? I thought he was currently being showcased, or was I was like, you're wrong. Like, what do you mean he's being showcased? Are people watching him and go, man, this guy's shit. We must trade for him. He's playing minutes. Rashawn Holmes is out. They're trying different things. It's not like he's out there playing 30 minutes a night with 30 usage. He's getting like a reserve role playing 20 minutes a night. He's not being showcased for a trade. It's just fake. It's just not real. How come I never really talk about Siakam? Hang on one sec. D'Angelo Russell questionable for tomorrow. That's not good after coming back. I don't know. I feel like I talk about Siakam plenty. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. He's just sort of doing what we expect. He's probably a little bit under where we hope he would be, but it's nothing deliberate. Am I excited for Hawkeye? Yep, absolutely. Am I worried about poor shooting from Giddey? He's not shooting well. Am I worried about it? I think it'll improve as the season goes on. Not really worried about it, no. Could I dunk in my prime? I have dunked before, but yeah, not regularly, no. But I have dunked. Is Kyrie coming back soon? Did you see his Instagram story? If you base anything off players' Instagram stories or social media, it will screw up your fantasy league. I saw his Instagram story. Doesn't mean jack shit. It doesn't change my opinion. Again, if he does have to come back, he still has to go get vaccinated, and it's still minimum 2 weeks before he returns. Maybe he does it. Maybe he does. I do think he plays this year. I just don't think that I'm going to base anything off an Instagram story. Do I think Fox gets traded this year? I think there is a decent chance of that, yes. In every case, if you say, do I think X player gets traded, and even Ben Simmons, but every player, it's under 50%, right? Especially one who hasn't specifically requested a trade. So if you're just trying to pull a name out of your ass and say, is this guy going to get traded? The odds are going to be no. But I think there's a better chance with him than most players. Do I follow European basketball? No, not really. I don't even follow Australian basketball. I just don't have the time to devote to that. Ken doable. Where am I from in Australia? I'm in Melbourne. Did I play college basketball or high school? Jeff, I didn't even play basketball. I played footy, Australian football. I played cricket. I didn't play basketball. Do I think Steph would try to get the record at home? No, he's getting it tonight. There's no way. How can I tell who's top 30, 50, and 100? Well, Kevin, I've got a shock for you, but you know how at the start of every show I tell you that I'm the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com? At basketballmonster.com. That's where you can find fantasy rankings. Remember Triple J's social media last year? I absolutely do. Saying, yeah, I'm going to be back. Remember Christian Wood did it as well. I'll be back right before the All-Star game. And then like 4 weeks later, he returned. Player social media is bullshit. It doesn't tell you anything. They lie all the time on this stuff. Well, not lie, but yeah, they lie. If that helps you at all. Paul George is questionable for tomorrow, as is Nick Batum. Serge Ibaka is out for personal reasons. I wonder what the personal reasons are that he's not playing. Is that how personal it is? He wasn't going to play anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I don't think this boosts Hartenstein because Ibaka was not going to play regardless. We are a couple of minutes away from wrapping up here. TMS Charles, do I enjoy watching basketball NBA or do this just for a job? No, you can't. I can't do this just for a job. Like, I couldn't have gotten into it without enjoying it. I love watching. I love watching sport in general. Sport is like my life, and I love doing it. Like watching sport. I love watching the NBA. I love talking about the NBA. I love doing all of that. It's obviously a job, and I work bloody hard to do it, but it's very, very enjoyable as a job to do this. Can you see my jersey for Jersey Day? What do you mean my jersey, Russell? What does that mean? Is Mitchell Robinson droppable? Yes, I believe so, Marty. What is my favorite basketball-related movie? I'll be honest with you, Roy. I don't like basketball movies. Like, He Got Game, didn't really like it. Space Jam, didn't like it. White Men Can Jump, all right. Like, sport movies in general, they don't really do it for me. Like, if I want to watch sport, I'll watch sport. If I want to watch a movie, it'll be something different. Yeah, sport movies not really for me. I can't really even think of a sport movie that I love. Andrew Walton, are the Nets guys automatically out 10 days or can they return earlier? I believe that most of them, I believe they can return earlier. It has been very unlikely that will happen, but I believe they can. Just don't expect it. Top 3 Marvel movies, Brody Coates says. Ragnarok, Civil War, Infinity War. I have seen the Creek dunk on Dellavedova. Yes, it was a pretty big dunk. Is it NBA jersey day today? Is that what it is? I don't have any of my jerseys. Actually, I've only got one jersey in my cupboard here. Should I? Maybe I'll get my Ja Morant Memphis City edition from last year. Get that one out, and as a sign to get more news on his injury. Maybe I'll get that out. But that's actually in the other room. I don't know where it is actually. Coach Carter, never seen it. Sandlop, never seen it. Greenstream Hooligans, literally never heard of it. These are all people giving me sport movies. I like watching sport because, again, the real life drama of it and the stuff you hear all the time, you can't script this stuff. And to a degree, that's true. I like watching stuff play out with sport. Yeah, would you count Jerry Maguire as a sports movie? That was all right. But yeah. Remember the Titans was all right, Samuel. I agree. That was pretty good. But I've watched it once. I don't think I'll ever have any urge to go back and watch it. Any given Sunday? Don't know. Giannis is in the health and safety protocols. Holy shit. Oh my God. Giannis health and safety protocols. Rashawn Holmes, doubtful. Oh man. That's rough, man. Mo Bamba was originally said to be playing, and now he is cool. And Dante DiVincenzo is off the injury report. So is George Hill. Man, Giannis, health and safety protocols. Fuck, we're getting killed here. This is rough. That is bad news, man. Documentaries. I like documentaries, Jordan, so you're right. The Last Dance. I love that one. That was good. I like sports documentaries. I love sports documentaries. I don't like sports movies. Demarcus Cousins is out tomorrow for personal reasons. What does that mean? Man, there is wild stuff going on here. Wasn't expecting that. That just came out of nowhere, that Giannis hit. Whew, that is rough, man. Yeah, geez. We're getting ready to get... Actually, I've gone overtime here already, so we'll get out in a sec. That's probably going to rule Giannis out of Christmas Day. Man, that's bad news. Oh, what a depressing way to end the show. Good luck with everyone and your lineups today and with watching basketball and everything that you're doing in your life. So, appreciate everyone being here. On the way out, if you could leave a thumb on the video, that would be awesome. Be sick. So go and do that. And I'll see you later. Thanks, guys.